Hey, good morning, y'all. Welcome to my channel, Growth in the Garden. I'm Andrea. Today I will be cleaning up the other half of my garden. I probably won't do the whole thing, depending on how hot it gets real fast. Right now it's a nice little breeze. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did to the other side. Clean it up and move some plants around to give it more space so that I can walk around and make things a little easier. And then at the end of this video, I will give you another garden tour. So thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and like this video and push the notification bell for when I post more content. Thank you. Hey y'all, I'm back. So I cleaned up everything that I was gonna clean up and moved everything around. So I'm happy with the result so far. It's very easy for me to move it through and to water everything without having to squeeze through little, spaces and everything. So I'm gonna start this half of the garden tour with the fairy garden. This viney plant right here, these are morning glories. This is a very vigorous plant. If you don't have space for it, I recommend not growing it. My niece picked these seeds out and I didn't know they grew like this, but I do plan on cutting back some of these. Ooh, what's that? I think that was a lizard. Anyways, I do plan on cutting some of those vines back. And also, with regards to the morning glories, I actually moved my melon, Olivia, because I wasn't sure if allowing it to trellis up this with the morning glory vines kind of suffocated. So yeah. Over here I have Walnuts butternut squash. There's two plants. There's one, and then here's the second one. It's been a bit of a struggle. It's crazy because at first it started out with all male flowers, and then now I don't really see male flowers. I'm only getting, see this? Females. And actually that I'm kind of, it's really an experiment because I used my zucchini male flower to pollinate it to see if it would work. I didn't have any male flowers, so I'm assuming whenever those seeds come from that, it will be a hybrid. So that'll be interesting. I would plant it just to see how it would look like. In there, that white container with the toad in it. So yeah, in that excuse me. Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat. So anyways, in that container, I did a little method called compost in place. That is an almond milk container cut in half, and then that was a lid I stepped on. I didn't pass gas. So the almond milk container, I put the spout part in, and then I put table scraps inside of that, put holes in the bottom and kind of maneuvered it inside. I put the glass frog there to hold it in place, and then I water my plants from that. So when it gets watered, it gets nutrients from the table scraps, like eggshells, banana peels, coffee grounds, and yeah, so that's what's feeding my plants. I don't use any commercial fertilizers in this bed anymore. In the back, there is some young rosemary, and then these flowers are crazy. And that is sage. Along here, I don't know if this one is gonna make it, but these are giant sunflower seeds. I planted in all 4 of these holes. I don't know if they will even hold giant sunflowers, but we're gonna find out. And 2 of them didn't germinate, so I may put more in there. I ain't gonna say may, I will put more in there because I want a lot of giant sunflowers. In here, this is a 15-gallon grow bag, and there are 3 purple sweet potato slips, and they are doing really well, as you can see, nice and green. And there's a coffee container with the same method I just explained. Table scraps, water it, it feeds my sweet potatoes. Okay. This is a loblolly pine. I have 3 of them, but this is the only one that's still green. I got it for free from Lowe's during a Spring Fest. So I think the issue with these 2 are, see, this one was getting hit accidentally by the water hose. This one was green up until 3 weeks ago when I just gave it a little water from the hose, and then it started turning brown. And this hasn't been watered since I put them in the pots, but it has been watered from the rain and it's still green. So from my analysis, they don't like faucet water. They like natural water. I don't know if these are dead. Like when I tug on it, it seems still like it's in there. So I don't know if anybody have any tips on how to make them back green. Then I'm all ears. So leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any tips or if you think that they are totally gone. Right here, this little beauty, that is my Black Diamond or Black Mountain. I can't remember. One of the 2. I think it's Black Diamond watermelon. It's in a 5-gallon grow bag. I cut back a lot of the vines because I wanted all the energy to focus on one vine to produce 1 melon, just to see how it goes. I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but this is my first year gardening. July will be a whole year since I've been gardening. So everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm showing you, it's all a first for me. This is my first time growing anything from seed or otherwise. And so far, it's been really good adventure. Okay. In here, oops, I might as well take those out. But in here, this is a 15-gallon grow bag, and I put 2 melons in here because one melon variety grows big and the other one I think grows smaller. Yeah, so we'll see if they can share the space. 15 gallons is a lot of space to share, so hopefully, I know watermelons like a lot of space for the roots. So, but this baby right here is a Congo melon, and then that one is called Dixie. And this one has flowers already. This one doesn't, but it's okay. I love them just the same. Okay, here's my lemon balm. I do plan on at some point cutting this back, drying them out with my dehydrator, and putting them in a little container so that way I can have it for teas because it tastes so good. And then I have my peppermint right here. And what I do want to do, I have a spearmint plant as well, and it's in the same size container as my peppermint, but it's not doing so good. I've had these plants since July of last year. My mama got them from me from Publix. They were really small, so I think I'm gonna get like a huge container, maybe, I don't know what size, and just put both of them in there and let them go crazy so I can have a whole lot of mint. That's my windmill. I got 3 of them from the Dollar Tree, and I really like them because they add a little pop of color in the garden. So I do want to go back and get more to place around, and I love the way they look when the wind is blowing and they spin real fast. So pretty. Here are some sunflowers. There are 2 in this container. This one actually used to be smaller than this one, but I've had to transplant them and move them, so yeah. That right there, let me zoom out. These are zinnias. They will not be staying. I will be moving them. I have to take a trip to Lowe's because I need soil. I have pots for them, but I didn't think they was gonna grow because I initially planted zinnias in here, and then after a week or two, I'm impatient. I didn't see nothing, so I added more dirt on top and I transplanted my 2 sunflowers in there, and then all of a sudden they started popping up. So here is curly kale. This has been my favorite kale to grow. It grows really fast. I only have 2 plants, but I said I wanted to plant at least 3 more because they do really, really good. And as hot as it's been getting, this is like the only, as long as you water it in the morning, this is the only plant in this Florida sun that does not wilt and get so fussy. So I really like that. This was dill, Long Island dill. It went to seed and I collected the seeds, and it smells so good. This, I really like this plant. I grew this from a cutting I ordered off of eBay. And this is my tree collard. I don't know if anybody ever heard of tree collards, but they are perennial. They can live for like 5 or 6 years. They get really tall, the leaves get really big, and they really do well in hot climates. Here's purple tree collards. They're not as vigorous growing as the green one, but they are, you know, growing little, branching off. So I'm super excited about that. I grew 1 collard green plant, and I don't know, I just didn't like how slow it grew. And you know, it was starting to bolt as it got hot. So I want something that I can have. That's the thing, when you garden, you have to think about what will survive for a long period of time in your climate. What can you get the best use of? So if I'm gonna put all my time and effort into something, I want it to be here. This is a butterfly house that my niece painted from Lowe's, again from their spring event. I went every week except for the week they handed out the piñatas. But yeah, she had fun painting that. So yeah. So you seen her yesterday. That's Melon Olivia, so I'm not gonna go through that. I don't know if I showed you, but she do got flowers. These are my Boston bush pickling cucumber. There's 4 in here. It's probably not supposed to be, but where is it? I have a little cucumber. First cucumber of the season. So that's fun. I did plant more dill seeds because my own little personal goal was to grow my own cucumbers and then make my own pickles. In here, let me see what this is. That's oregano. And then I have 3 Isis Gold cherry tomatoes. I don't know, I think I'm kind of pushing the limits here with these 3 tomatoes in this one 15-gallon container. I will get a tomato cage. I just didn't want to get rid of any. And that's like one of the downsides to gardening. You plant seeds and then you have to thin them out. I don't like thinning them out. I like to thin myself out, but not my plants. I'll be trying to find somewhere to put the other ones that I can't keep. But we'll see. If it gets too much, then I'll remove one, and maybe somebody local around me may want it. I don't know. But the reason why I have the oregano in there is so that it can repel pests from my tomatoes. That is lavender. I don't know what kind. It was $5 from Lowe's, and it smells good. There were more flower buds on it, but I clipped them just to give room for more. Oh, I did that yesterday. Okay, what's this? Oh, okay, that scared me. Let me go around. Y'all see how just easy it is me walking? I don't even have to squeeze through nothing. So these two are my Tabasco plants. Now, in the beginning, I had 2 in a 5-gallon container. And what I noticed was they looked like they were doing really good. They were green, their flowers were blooming, and that was it. No peppers. I don't know if they need to be pollinated some type of way, but I was like, maybe they just need more room. So I have them in 5-gallon grow bags. These are actually the ones for potatoes, but I like the longer ones versus the wider ones. And these were cheap. I got them with like a discount code. So far, the branches have been very vigorous. I have some flowers opening here. No peppers yet, so we're gonna keep an eye on this. When I get peppers, I'm gonna show y'all, but so far no peppers. But again, this is another food grow. I want to make hot sauce. So where am I? Let me come to this. That is my aloe. It's not looking its best because I've been keeping her outside all day and night when I really should be bringing her inside at night because she don't like the moisture from the night air. And so she gets fussy and start turning brown, as you can see. But the inside is kind of green, but that is definitely brown. So I may bring her in tonight. You know, she likes the sun, because at first I just kept her in the house and she was doing good, but she started slowly turning brown. So I just had to come back and get her after she finished her play date. This is a pineapple. I don't know what's going on with it. I cut the head off of a pineapple. The brown is the original. That's the original one. I cut the brown off I cut the top of the pineapple, did everything to root it, stuck it in, and it was doing good. It had pups shooting off. I think maybe because I didn't pull that one is why the main one turned brown. But there were 2 small pups in these, but I just pulled them out because it didn't look like they was doing anything. Yeah, and the white stuff, I was talking about this yesterday. It's diatomaceous earth. And it is, let me see. It is food grade. Yeah, so it's not bad for the garden. Because it's these ants be attacking me for no reason. This is my little propagation station. I have 3 tree collards. So that's a total of 5 tree collards that I'm trying to, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's a total of 6 tree collards I'm trying to grow. So far, only these 2 seem to, well, no, I'm lying. This one is growing something at the base. At least I think that's coming from that. So when the leaves get a little bigger on there, then I'll move them in their own pots. These little seedlings are Rosa Bianca eggplant. I will thin those. That is an orange glow watermelon. I will be transplanting that soon. Again, I had to make a trip to the stove to get some soil. This is my little nursing station. I think that's my lemon basil. It wasn't looking too good where it was. It was a seedling, so I moved it. I'm trying to save its life, y'all. Pray for us. This is my sweet potato station. I am growing sweet potato slips here, as you can see. It's in dirt. I know a lot of people like using the water method, but the dirt method works good for me. So do what's best for you, but I would highly advise you do one in dirt and do another one in water and see which one you like the best. I think I pretty much showed you everything yesterday, but you see how she spruced up? I came out yesterday evening around 5 and hit her with another watering, and she's not droopy like she was showing out in the other video. But let me show you my other sunflower. Look at that. There's 2 in a 3-gallon. And these sunflower seeds, they were an autumn blend. I was hoping for some burgundy sunflowers. Look at that go. But I'm happy with what I have. So yeah, let me take a step back so y'all can see how everything looks from my point of view. So yeah, that is the garden. Okay, I be forgetting I have stuff zoomed in. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So thank you for joining me today. Again, be sure to like this video, or don't. I hope you do though. Subscribe and push the notification bell so you can know when I post new videos, and there is definitely a lot more to come. So again, thank you for tuning in and have a nice day.